Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hopefully you're all doing well. Going to run through a review on what I have on my back, which is the Alps Outdoorz Legend layout blind. This blind, I've used it all last season and I absolutely love it. It is not only comfortable, but you can get really low to the ground, get it grassed in really well, get completely concealed, and it works really well if you're working with other people in layout blinds. You can bunch them all together and you're not going to run into any difficulties. You're able to pack it in, put it on your back, hike in with it. It is all in all a really great blind. So I'm going to go through things that I really like about this blind, some things I've run into that you have to be careful with the blind, and my overall review. If this helps you in any way, shape, or form with your decision of a layout blind, hopefully this helps. But really want to thank you all for the likes and subscribes, and let's get this blind built up. Just kind of some things that you're going to go through if you do end up buying this blind. The bar that you pull here, this bar right here, it will sometimes get snagged up on the inside. So you just got to make sure that you give a little bit of slack to pull this bar back. First here, you want to clean them off because they are a little bit delicate. You suspend it off the ground. I treated myself to the pillow for it. Highly recommend if you get this, spend the extra 20 bucks, get the pillow. It's well worth it. But for me, really easy to sit down. It's nice and comfortable, and you can lie down on this all day. It is a really comfortable blind. So hands off to this company. Doors are really easy. They even make snow covers for this. I usually a lot of times will just chill out like this, and if I see some birds come in, I'll sometimes get down like this, and pretty easy, fully covered up. No resistance on the doors. Also, the thing that I love most about this blind, here Tilt, come on, post up, good girl. If you have a dog and around 70 pounds, come on, in you come. 70 pounds or so, it's really easy to get them in here. Come on in. There you go. And as you can probably see, Tilly, she's all settled in here. She usually likes to lie that way right there. So it's also nice and large for a dog. So there's two ways to run the blind. You can either keep the doors open like this, which usually Tilly will poke her head out and watch for birds falling, or you can have it completely concealed like that. So let's see how long it takes to get this all folded up now. Alright, so that was a pretty easy blind to set up. The Alps Outdoorz Waterfowl Legend layout blind is really your traditional layout blind. I love it. It is super comfortable. For me, the pros is that I can set it up I can pack it in if we have a bit of a walk to our spot. It's really easy to set up, and the most important thing is it's super comfortable. The drawbacks are, yes, it is a little bit heavier. Some of the blinds out there that you can get are a lot lighter, but you forgo the comfort level. And for me, I like to be comfortable. And the pillow is optional. I think it makes a difference because where I'm usually kind of like leaning my head forward to kind of see more birds or things out in front of me, it just supports my head, and it is optional. You don't need it if you don't want it, but I like it. And it's an easy add-on that you can just clip into place. They did a great job on that. The weight of it, the only downside to it is when you have it folded up, you have to be really careful about picking it up. If you pick it up really fast by the shoulder straps, it has a tendency to swing into your shins, and it can give you a nice little moment of grief as you kind of have that nasty metal on shin contact. I've only done that a couple times. You've kind of learned real quick not to do that. The best way to pick it up is kind of like by the side and kind of swing it onto your back that way. But the weight is kind of like one of the factors that I would say is a con. The stubble straps, they give you tons of stubble straps to put grass, corn, whatever the local vegetation is to kind of like get it really camouflaged in. Some of them have pulled out, but they're super easy to sew back in, and the material is really, really thick, very, very reluctant to tear or separate. So for the stubble straps that I've pulled out when I've been pulling out stubble kind of really quickly, just because I've arrived to a field and I've had the wrong grass, or I maybe have too much dead grass and I need more green grass in it, and I'm frantically pulling grass out of it, I have busted a couple stubble straps, but they're super easy to sew back in place. Highly recommend mudding the blind in. As I said, I have been using the blind, and I was too lazy to mud it in. And when I did mud it in, and I let the mud dry, and I beat the mud off the blind, it takes the shine right off of it, and it allows it to blend in so much better. I highly recommend if you do get it, this blind. That is one thing that I would say is watch some videos on how to mud in a layout blind. And I might actually do one of those. You really do see the results because it takes the shine or the sheen right off of it and makes it a lot more duller color. So it really kind of, when you put your grass or your corn on top of it, it really makes it kind of just draw back. It's not pushing forward the color, it's drawing the color back. So that was a huge noticeable factor. And then also setup. The Legend, compared to the other blind that they do, the Zero, the Legend has a floor to it. So when you are setting it up, you just have to give yourself a couple seconds to give the floor a little bit of slack so the bar doesn't get caught up on it. But other than that, I mean, for all the small little quirks it may have, it's my favorite layout blind that I've used. I look at my other buddies and the layout blinds that they use, and they love theirs for specific reasons. I love this because I can stay in it for most of the day if it's a grinder day, and you're just out there and you just, the morning hadn't really produced anything and you're just waiting out for the evening. I can be in that all day, and the next day my back is completely fine. I'm not feeling stiff. I'm not feeling sore the next day. My body's not all jacked up. So, I mean, it is a super comfortable blind. For me, the trade-off in the weight for the comfort is well worth it. So there wasn't too many videos on the Alps layout blind out there. There are some. So hopefully this helps if you're thinking about it, or you're hunting with a group and they all are using layout blinds, but you're finding that your current layout blind or their layout blinds that you're using are relatively uncomfortable, and you're looking for more comfort out in the field. Hopefully this video helps you. I would recommend going out and checking one of these out. Alps does two different models of this particular blind. I like this one for when you're hunting in groups, for the major reason that you can, it's like a traditional layout blind. You can put in the row with everyone else. You're not taking up too much square footage. You will hear some complaints that it has a sharp 90-degree drop to the side of it. Just get some brush or grass or corn or whatnot. Fill the side in, like put it next to the side, and it helps, instead of the layout blind how it has like a 90-degree cut, it helps to fill that in, and it's honestly, by the time the birds get in that close, it's not even a concern at all. So yeah, this is a blind that I will continue using. I love using it. It's super comfortable, and I really, really, really do enjoy this product. So thank you all so much for the likes and subscribes. I'll have some more videos coming, and I'm just counting down to the days to the hunting season.